NBA 2K, the greatest basketball video game on the market today. For years, I've purchased this game, and although it has had its fair share of flaws, it's still my favorite game to play. With new roster updates, jerseys, logos, and players, the game provides so much excitement with every season's drop. With the recent release of 2K22, I've been able to scroll through the rosters and take a look at what 2K creators think of the 2022 Golden State Warriors. How do I think they did? Well, let's take a closer look at how the Golden State Warriors are going to be according to NBA 2K22. First, we'll take a look at the starting guards that are currently on the Warriors roster. Obviously, we'll start with the Warriors' highest rated player, Steph Curry, who comes in at a 96 overall, which is tied for the highest ranking in the game with Kevin Durant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and LeBron James. Why 2K decides to play it safe and put the top 4 players in the league with the same rating is beyond me. However, we do know how one of those players feels about Steph's rating. LeBron, who has been Curry's rival, had a 4-word reaction to Steph's 2K rating. Nah, should be 99. Regardless, Steph does have a 99 3-point rating, which at least does him some justice. Needless to say, the chef will be cooking once again from 3-point range come 2021-2022. Curry's backcourt mate, Klay Thompson, is the next highest rated Warrior, coming off 2 straight seasons where he sat out due to injuries. His 2K rating was bound to drop a bit from previous years. He comes in at an 87, with the second highest 3-point rating in the game at a 95 overall. While it's likely going to take Klay a little bit of time to get back to his ways, his 2K rating indicates that he's going to be lighting it up from distance as Curry's partner in crime. Next, we're going to look at starting forwards Draymond Green and Andrew Wiggins. First, with Wiggins, he's rated at an 80 overall, with his driving dunk, vertical, and offensive consistency being his highest rated attributes. Will Wiggins take the next step as the Warriors' third option and improve on his offensive efficiency? 2K definitely seems to think so, which projects to bode well for this year's squad. With the two-way player that Wiggins has turned into, an increased offensive consistency will take the pressure off the backcourt and allow Wiggins to bear more of the scoring load than last season. Speaking of scoring, we'll touch on Draymond next. The reality is, Draymond has become more and more passive on the offensive end in recent years, opting to look for Curry and other options instead of attacking the rim or shooting the 3-ball. I personally believe his lack of offensive aggressiveness has hurt the Warriors in recent years, but I'm hopeful that he can change that this season. 2K feels otherwise, as Draymond has an offensive consistency rating of 30, a 3-point rating of 66, a mid-range rating of 60, and a layup rating of 70. I guess we won't be seeing Draymond of old after all this upcoming season, at least according to Ronnie 2K. Will he stay or will he go? That's been the story of James Wiseman's first year with the Warriors, a rocky one to say the least. At least for now, he's been told that he's going to be a part of the Warriors' future plans. As GM Bob Myers clarified, he was put in a position where the guy has, hopefully, taken all of his lumps early in his career. I think he can be very helpful to us in the future, and I think he can be helpful in the present. We plan on him being on the team. We are very confident he is going to be a good player and help us win next year. What does 2K think? Well, Wiseman checks in at a 77 overall, just a hair behind Draymond Green, who had an 80 overall rating. He's going to be a smart, crafty scorer with a shot IQ of 95. We're also going to see more range from him as 2K rates him at a 76 in the 3-point department with an 85 for offensive consistency. More offensive production from Wiseman will be huge as he can serve as both a pick-and-roll partner for Curry while stretching the floor at the 5. When we look at the bench, we see an upgraded group from last season with free agent wings Otto Porter Jr., Andre Iguodala, and Nemanja Bjelica joining the second unit. This team is loaded with versatile defenders who can stretch the floor. What does 2K think of this group? Porter checks in at a 77 with a 3-point rating of 80, mid-range rating of 83, and perimeter defense rating of 73. He'll provide some great 3-point shooting while serving as a capable defender on the other end this upcoming season. Nemanja Bjelica, whose bread and butter has always been the three ball, will add even more firepower on offense with a 3-point rating of 83. Andre Iguodala, who has already won 3 championships in Golden State, will bring his veteran presence and elite perimeter defense, which was rated at 84, back to the Bay Area after 2 seasons away. These guys will give the Warriors other options from behind the arc and take pressure off the Warriors' backcourt throughout the season. As for the young guns, we have Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga, who are 2 of the most interesting young prospects league-wide. Moody is a 6'6" guard from Arkansas, has a 3-point rating of 79 and a mid-range rating of 77. Clearly, he's going to bring some scoring from off the bench, which never hurts. Moody's college coach had nothing but positive things to say about the 19-year-old's fit with the team, stating, "He's going to fit in well with those guys. He's another long shooter, spaces the floor, understands his role, and is a great teammate. Veterans will like him. He's also serious-minded, a really good guy. And I know that matters to the people at Golden State." As for Kuminga, his fit remains a little bit more unclear. 2K lists the 6'6" forward as a multi-position defender, which likely suits his skills best at this point in his career. The 18-year-old has an 83 overall athleticism rating with an 88 stamina and hustle. I think he's going to fit in quite well with his team in the first season, as he'll be diving for loose balls and shutting down opposing players on the defensive end. He's another body the Warriors will be able to throw at opposing teams, and in doing so, they will save Klay, Steph, and Dre's legs for offense. Kevon Looney, Juan Toscano-Anderson, and Jordan Poole will all be key contributors to the bench unit as well this season, as 2K gave them all solid ratings. Poole is actually the second highest rated bench player in 2K22 for the team as an offensive-minded guard, with an 85 shot IQ rating, 86 close shot rating, and 77 3-point rating. Poole will serve as instant offense off the bench for the team this season, allowing Curry and Thompson to take periods of rest throughout the game. Looney, a veteran center who has been a part of all 3 Warrior championship teams, is a 73 overall, 6'9" paint defender. With a 96 hustle, 88 shot IQ, and 74 offensive rebound rating, Looney looks primed to play his role as an energy guy off the bench once again. Steve Kerr constantly raves about the value Looney brings on the defensive end, stating, "Those positive plus minuses speak to his awareness on the floor and knowing where to be. It's using his length defensively. He rarely draws fouls. When he's guarding the rim, he has a great way about going vertical, being in the right position in order to go vertical, and being able to defend without reaching." As for Juan Toscano-Anderson, his 3-point rating at 82 and hustle rating at 95 highlights some of his biggest strengths in the game. Toscano-Anderson is listed as a multi-position defender who makes all the little plays and brings energy to the game. JTA's intangibles were rated at a 95 for 2K22, and if you ask me, that sounds about right. Him and Looney will have opportunities to thrive in their roles this season with a healthy Warriors lineup back in play. Damian Lee and Michael Mulder will both provide solid 3-point shooting, with their 3-point ratings being 82 and 81 respectively. 72 overall guards Gary Payton II and Chris Chiozza round out the roster, with each player primed to provide solid defense and playmaking for the team. All in all, when looking at the ratings, I think the Warriors squad is going to be something special in 2022. Overall, 2K22 divides the 30 teams into 3 different tiers, and they have Dub Nation in Tier 1 with an overall ranking of 81. The Brooklyn Nets have the biggest rating at 84, then comes the Lakers at 83. An argument can be made with those two, but then 2K22 also lists the New York Knicks as a better team than the Warriors, which I disagree with. The Phoenix Suns and Milwaukee Bucks are also 1 point higher than the Warriors at 82, but I guess once Klay returns, the Warriors will just have to remind the league once again why they won 73 games in a single season. Speaking of why they won 73 games, a big reason why they're going to dominate in 2022 is because Steph is going to play like the unanimous MVP again. But have you ever wondered what makes this guy so much different than other point guards? If you said yes, then you'll want to watch this video right here, where I highlight all the differences between the 2-time MVP and the average point guard off the streets. Click the video, guys, watch it, enjoy it, and as always, I will see you on the other side.